Do you know what an illness policy is? Do you know what it outlines and how important it is to all businesses?
Well, if you don't know, don't worry. We will explain that to you and we will demonstrate different illnesses included in the policy.
Yeah. An illness policy is an outline that explains different illnesses and symptoms that employees may have when they're sick. It also will tell you what happens to you at work when you possess any of these symptoms.
Employees who are exhibiting obvious symptoms cannot be in the kitchen, around fellow coworkers, or handling any products. Coughing, sneezing, sore throats, and fevers are just a few of the obvious symptoms that employees are sick.
When employees are ill, they carry bacteria and viruses that can easily be spread to other employees and the food products that they're handling. They can rapidly multiply, and they can cause mild to severe illnesses. This can be prevented by sending employees home in order to recover.
Even when employees want to stay at work, they cannot. Their symptoms speak for themselves. Employees always need to be sent home to recover to prevent any illnesses from spreading. Oh my gosh, Emily, are you okay?
No, I feel horrible. I ran a fever all night, and I was awake because I was vomiting.
We need to call somebody to come get you. Come on, let's go sit down. Previous scene, Emily was obviously very sick. She was vomiting in the kitchen sink, which is a severe health hazard.
Some illnesses can be highly contagious because the bacteria and viruses can spread easily to the workers and the food that they're handling. Vomiting and diarrhea are two of the most serious symptoms that need to be attended to immediately.
When an employee is ill and has been in the kitchen, all production must stop. You must immediately throw away any food that has been contaminated and been in the area. And you must clean the kitchen very well. You need to bleach all the surfaces that have been touched and make sure that they are okay to use. I cut my fingers. Emily, are you okay?
Yeah.
Here, let's put some water on it. Let me grab the first aid kit. What did you cut your finger on?
I was using a knife to chop some vegetables.
Oh goodness, we need to make sure we get that knife. Don't let anyone get that. Here you go. Put this Band-Aid on here. And you also need to wear this protective cover over the Band-Aid.
Am I okay to remain at work?
Yeah, you're fine. As long as you keep this Band-Aid on and this protective covering, you'll be fine. You don't need to get it wet though, because that is going to just spread the pathogens in your finger.
In the previous scene, I obviously cut my finger. Tori demonstrated how to properly bandage the cut. Cuts, scrapes, and burns are included in a typical illness policy and need to be handled properly.
Emily wasn't physically ill, but she was injured. She did not have to go home because she agreed to wear the proper bandage and coverage that she needed not to spread any germs in the kitchen. The severity of the cut, burn, or scrape will determine if an employee needs to go home.
Outside of obvious symptoms and illnesses, there are some that cannot be seen. These include, but are not limited to, jaundice, hepatitis, and norovirus. These illnesses are very dangerous in a public setting.
These illnesses may not seem like they affect businesses because they don't have visible symptoms, but they do. Employees who have or have had any of these illnesses in the past 45 days are bound by health standards to inform their employers of it.
We have discussed and demonstrated only some of the common illnesses in the food service workplace, but there are many more.
We hope you can understand why it's important for all businesses to have an illness policy. If you want to know more about your sickness policy, please do not hesitate to ask your employer. I'm sure he or she will be fine to explain it to you.